captured, not registered.
Can get healed up soon enough and we'll see him back out here.
Not seeing these teams at full strength, but still a lot of confidence on both sides as they start Big Ten play. Kowski working around the perimeter, has that swatted away into the hands of Hake now. And Prince is going to reset. Prince, count it!
Perfect placement by Britt Prince on that roll. Coming off, creating enough space between her and Alexis Markowski on this screen. Get the right angle, just like that. Toss it up. And Markowski is so good at keeping the ball nice and high, difficult to contest. She's likely going to be able to avoid contact and finish.
Prince won 4 state championships on this court. The 2-time Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year. The jump shot not there. And numbers for the Gophers as they push. Amaya Battle dropping it off down low into Stewart. She had an easy 2 on the fast break.
Monica Stewart coming in here, transferred from Nebraska. We're used to seeing
SWB audio capture, not registered.
That next step in her game, you see her playing the inside a lot more throughout the course of Minnesota's offense.
So sweet hearing Coach Plitzowite talk about her as Hake will knock down the 3. Stewart facing up against her former teammates. Played 3 years together as Taylor Woodson, a transfer from Michigan, will drain the mid-range from the free throw line.
I like how Woodson has looked for her shot within Minnesota's offense. She continues to get more and more comfortable within the system. Now she's being more aggressive in attack mode, especially in the mid-range.
More playing time, more time to rediscover her game as she leads the fast break. 1 on 3, but Coley says no.
Coley has been a factor on the last 3.
Alberti Rimdahl new into the game. Hake looking for another 3, not that time. Mallory Heyer coming off a great sophomore season. Another Minnesota one of 11 on this go.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Before it's knocked away by the freshman Amaya Hargrove. Leading Minnesota.
Not much you can do in that situation. That's just tough.
Completely inadvertent, but the whistle goes on her first. See Heyer's numbers this season, so versatile, so steady. They say she's low maintenance, just a hard worker for this Gopher team. Allison Widener checking in.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
The shot missed by Rimdahl. Alexia Rose, a lot of speed into the Colts for Hargrove.
Battle looked like she was right there too, but yet Hargrove just getting into that shooting pocket. Nothing but net.
2 for 2 for the freshman. Getting key minutes for this team, her first Big Ten competition. Battle can't get free from Widener. Hart going to work.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Are in this quarter, but the offensive rebounds and creating second chance opportunities have been deflating for Minnesota.
You talked about it in the open, Megan, how tough it is to guard Nebraska because you have to bring attention to Markowski, but also the three-point shooters are surrounding that three-point line. Prince takes a look, shot clock is off. Prince trying to get downhill, there's that crossover, beautiful.
SWB audio capture.
The layup, McKinney comes over to contest. Oh, it may have touched the backside of that rim right there. Replay on.
Either way, a great contest, you're right, by McKinney flying in at the last moments. Graholski finds the ankle and lays it up and in.
Graholski is a three-point shooter, so teams are going to try to run her off the three-point line. That's when, as a shooter, you take it off the dribble, go finish at the rim. The layup, McKinney comes over to contest. Oh, it may have touched the backside of that rim right there. Replay on.
Either way, a great contest, you're right, by McKinney flying in at the last moments. Graholski finds the ankle and lays it up and in.
Graholski is a three-point shooter, so teams are going to try to run her off the three-point line. That's when, as a shooter, you take it off the dribble, go finish at the rim.
to shoot for Prince. Tries to barrel her way to the rim, and she will travel again. Another great stop by McKinney.
This is something Coach Dom Quitzawhite said. Tori McKinney is a really good defender for us. One-on-one, she stays in front of whoever she's guarding. She uses her length to be disruptive. Feels this screen, the rejection comes, and McKinney's in the right spot at the right time, staying in front and cutting down that angle from Brooke Prince.
That's now 6 turnovers for the Huskers compared to 1 for Minnesota, something the Gophers have great.
If we were under the correct time allotment, that would have been a reviewable play for sure. But that is not reviewable, folks. It's early in the game.
Battle will drive, pull up, can't stick it. Hake had a great start to this game with a couple of threes. So he's an energy giver for this team. Widener deep into the teeth of this defense, and an ill-advised shot from Petrie. To see that. Rimdahl underneath the defense. If you blinked, you missed that drop.
That was quick getting to the basket, wasn't it?
Minnesota still on its heels, shooting 20% from the field. They have not found any kind of rhythm.
But however, Minnesota has slowed down this game because they're playing better defensively in the half court. So Nebraska hasn't been able to score in transition as much.
0 for 2 on that trip, down to a halt.
And this pace is more favorable for Minnesota, so they can work throughout their offense, try to get multiple people involved in the play. As you see the foul right there. Great drive-in from Rose. This is the most depth Minnesota has had in a long time. Hart stays patient, really good pass. Rose goes all the way to the rim. Nice job getting into that position to absorb the contact.
That foul going on a freshman from Croatia, Petra Bo.
Well, using her dribble, elevating nice and high to prevent the shot from being contested.
Prince, a great look at 3, will misfire, higher flying, and she loves to hit the glass. Battle moving through some traffic and left alone. Just grazes front iron. Rimdahl thought about that 3. She'll leave that short.
Minnesota's done a better job of keeping Nebraska to 1 and done in this quarter.
McKinney takes off to the rim, but too strong. She was collapsed upon by Nebraska defenders. And Rimdahl will also slow things up. 2 point guards on the floor for Nebraska, Widener and Prince. Poked away by Woodson, and she'll pick up the steal. 1-on-1 5% in the second. Minnesota, well, has consistently struggled throughout. They were 1 of their last 17 to end the first half, shooting just 18% as a team overall. We'll see if they can dial it up on the offensive end as well. The Huskers will start the third quarter, though, with the ball in their hands. Prince gets free, tries to thread the needle, and picked off by Groholski. Up ahead, it is Hart running the floor with the
SWB.
Hake wants it right back. And the putback is good. The Huskers sticking with it on the glass.
Nebraska's been able to manufacture so many points off second chance opportunities, 11 so far in this game. Minnesota has to continue boxing out, preventing those easy lay-ins.
That was Prince with the putback. She's up to 7 points. The second leading scorer on this team is Hart. Simple post move is good off glass.
Facing by Nebraska, the defense has to shift. Hake's able to come down off the screen, get her feet and shoulders squared.
Game high 11 points for Hake as Battle is stripped. Prince to Nisley. No good from 3. And that will go back to Minnesota. We're seeing effort plays, especially defensively on both sides. And a foul on the Gophers. It's going to be on McKinney, her second. Hake taking it out underneath the basket, has taken on a much bigger leadership role this season as well. Trust her decision-making. Widener dumping it into Markowski, and she will be fouled. Higher with the mismatch, and Hake forces a miss. Not before it's broken up by Taylor Woodson. Woodson fouled by Widener.
Allison Widener doing a little bit of everything right now for Nebraska. Decision making has been on point. And how about you keep it for yourself? Pump fake, get the ball on the floor, finish with some contact. Widener, normally if Markowski can get deep post positioning, it's an automatic bucket. But every single time Markowski's caught it, she's been off balance.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
3 for 10 today, 7.7 rebounds for Markowski. Preseason All Big Ten selection as well. Wooden and Naismith-less to start out the year too. Dawson Garcia in the Gophers head to Bloomington for a matchup with the Indiana.
Good as a big, by the way. Nobody around you. You know, they just got to fight down low for positioning. They got to be physical all game long, and they can hit a three.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Then you get rewarded with an ice cream sundae.
It's enough of a reward, Megan, to not have to run the full length of the
Exactly. Sloan, you got told me twice. I tried to play three-point line to three-point line when I played.
Meanwhile, Nebraska has equaled its largest lead of the game. One run before that, 3 of Nebraska newcomers. Prince in traffic forced that one through.
This is the one area where Prince has struggled. That hedge coming from Hart in the ball screen defense. She's got to be a little more patient with the ball in her hands and be more unbalanced after the hedge comes.
Higher has the mismatch, goes up strong, and ripped down by Beaujean, who's played solid minutes. 2-on-2, Rimdahl will drive and kick. Nisley, lethal when she was out for a couple weeks too. We know what it's like having someone like her down. We have that experience and that maturity, but still it's going to be different year to year.
Especially with so many new pieces that Minnesota's been able to bring in.
Nisley, great look. No good that time from 3. Hargrove has 3 seconds to work. Good intuition, but she can't convert, and Nebraska takes its largest lead of the game. They lead 59-38 heading into her game. She is not just a catch-and-shoot player. Hargrove, career-high 10 points for her, battling in the paint against Battle. Battling in the paint against Battle.
I was going to say, there you go. You're on something there. A wordsmith.
And then Prince dishing it off to Markowski, and she will shoot too.
Grace Garholski was a knockdown three-point shooter last season in the Big Ten, one of the best. Now everybody in their shooter, Nisley doing just that, rotating over perfectly, so it's an easy pass on the perimeter.
Up and under, a tough shot by Battle. It has just not fallen for her today. Hart on the floor, and she's fouled. That's going to go on Coley.
Nebraska has made it a point to make Amaya Battle's life really difficult trying to hit in the mid-range.
2. Moriarty is fouled along the perimeter.
Alexis Markowski finally getting some decent post positioning. Coming down and right there, just Stewart was late. That's why Markowski was able to get there. Help side rotates over late as well. Then Higher, staying patient, somehow gets the ball right at the right time and avoids Markowski's block.
Markowski, 69-48 win against Lindenwood, down at the half. Some choice words from Amy Williams at the half. She said her daughter was looking on thinking, oh my gosh, this is how my mom's talking to my friends, but message delivered. With the exception of a slow second quarter, it's been a complete game today for Nebraska as Alexia Rose will hit from outside.
I like what Alexia Rose brings to Minnesota, by the way. Just a nice spark off the bench, freshman coming in. So it takes some time to click chemistry-wise on the floor. And now you're having to prepare for a conference play a month into the season. It's not something that we're used to seeing necessarily in college basketball with so many new pieces and conference play starting early. But these games matter, and you got to get it together as fast as possible.
And in the case of these two teams, having to reorganized with significant injuries, too.
That's a huge. I mean, Natalie Potts, starter, Mara Braun, starter, leading scorer, 5. You think about over the course of history, we'll go the last 5 years, you get 7 or 8 teams from the Big Ten in with 14 teams in the conference, and not all those teams are ranked by any means. So now you have 9 teams ranked in the AP Top 25. You would think you have to let a team or two in that's not ranked, that's still playing a brutal conference schedule because the strength of schedule in this league is out of control. I'm curious to see what the committee does in terms of, are they going to
in Big Ten play?
Nebraska has done a great job controlling the boards in this game. They've out-rebounded Minnesota 46-29.
Alexia Rose foul. She'll be shooting 2. You look at even assists too, 29-9. They have 21 assists to 9 on 29 baskets for the Huskers. Big goal for this team this year. Under 2 to play here in Lincoln. Oh, underneath the defense. What a take by Alberti Rimdahl.
Rimdahl does so much for Nebraska, and you see it right there. She gets a little deflection to prevent an easy run out. But her ability to shoot the 3, then also make plays underneath the basket, and she's smart with the ball in her hands. Like, she doesn't get rushed. She's just a really good decision maker.
Minutes for the Huskers and Gophers. Minnesota, meanwhile, they'll be back to Big Ten play December 28th. That'll be against Penn State. You can also see that here on Big Ten Network. They'll have Jackson State, Prairie View, A&M in between. Got to fit in things like time with family, finals, December. There's a lot going on.
People forget we got student athletes out here.